Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Flavia, as I have been introduced, from Tanzania, from University of Dodoma. I'm a member of teaching staff there. And here I'm a PhD student from College of Education and Settlements. I'm humbled and honored to be in front of you this evening to share with you my research project and give just a word of thanks on behalf of my fellow PhD students who are graduating tomorrow during the 9th GALA graduation ceremony. So, starting with my PhD research thesis, it focused on bridging the gap between pedagogy and technology, investigating the effect of computer simulations and animations in developing science process skills among Tanzanian students. And this research was derived from the fundamental understanding that chemistry concepts by students can be achieved through well-developed science process skills. Because these science process skills, they are procedural activities that the students, our learners as scientists, can perform or conduct to explore a certain phenomena in chemistry learning. So, but these science process skills, they are not well developed among students, in particular in Tanzania and even some similar in countries, developing countries. So, and this is due to the fact that there is shortage of instructional resources and poor teaching methods and alike. So, therefore, the study aimed at developing teachers' pedagogical skills through effective use of computer simulations and animations and evaluate their effectiveness in developing these science process skills. After the intervention, the findings indicated that teachers developed their pedagogical skills, which was evidenced by the significant changes in the mean of those pedagogical indicators. For example, teachers could plan instruction objectives to that focused both on the content knowledge but also on these science process skills, as well as using active methods of learning and interactive strategy that students could digitally manipulate computer simulations and animations to explore scientific phenomena. And also it was revealed that majority of these students had positive perception towards the use of these computer simulations and animations as they helped enable them to learn through the science process skills, but through active learning, which made the lesson or the concept easier to understand. And after saying so, Honorable Minister, allow me to, on behalf of my fellow PhD graduates, allow me to convey our sincere thanks to you all, University of Rwanda, for being an international university because it has provided us an opportunity for we students who are not Rwandan students to pursue our studies here in Rwanda, but also through different exchange programs which have involved students from different universities, not in Africa, but in Europe and America, And through those exchange programs, we have gained new methods and experiences in solving challenges that we face as a region, but also Africa at large. So we also express our gratitude to you, ALA units, particularly African Center of Excellences, which have, including a settlement where I'm coming from. So we are grateful that your visionary leadership have helped us to pursue our doctoral studies here at Rwanda, because we have provided conducive learning environment and we have provided different resources that has supported us to pursue our knowledge. And lastly, we extend our gratitude to the entire URA community, because you have made different administrative tasks to go smoothly. That has supported our supervisors to guide us throughout our studies, and we have pursued our studies, and finally now we are done. In closing, on behalf of all PhD graduates, I extend my gratitude again to the University of Rwanda's management, professors, staff, fellow friends, students, for accommodating us throughout our doctoral studies. And we say that the impact of the years we spent here at URA will vibrate for many years in our life and endeavors for many years to come. We say that thanks for preparing this wonderful dinner which has made us come together and celebrate our achievements. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Flavia. You may take back your seat. Thank you very much. I want members to join in also welcoming our Minister of Education, who has also joined us. Now I call upon Mohammed Semakula to also give his speech.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, Chancellor, Governor, Mayor, Honorable Senators, Member of Parliament, Professors, distinguished of honor, fellow colleagues, PhD graduates, I take this opportunity to recognize the effort that has made with different institutions, government, professors, so that a number of us can be here today called graduate students. My name is Mohammed Semakula. I'm working from the Ministry of Health as head of Department of Planning, Strategic Information, and Health Financing. I'm among the graduate students today, and my research was on spatial temporal models for prediction of infectious disease in Rwanda. I had this study because we found that almost less than 5% of available data are being used in decision making, especially when you look in the sector like health sector, where all the decisions are evidence-based, are data-driven, given that I was working with Rwanda Biomedical Center as a statistician, I realized that I had a lot of gap in terms of using the information that were available. And given that there was a lack of methods that are appropriate to capture the data that we are having. And that's one required advanced statistical methods or advanced mathematical models. And most of the time, those advanced approaches are not even included or integrated in the health information system that we are using. And that's one create a gap of optimize the use of information. And therefore, I took a decision to do research in this field. I was lucky that when I got admission at two universities, at University of Hasselt in Belgium and the University of Rwanda. I recognized the effort of University of Rwanda to enable the collaboration of the two universities, and I was able to make a joint PhD. As a PhD student, I benefited for having both experience where I spent much of my time in both institutions here at University of Rwanda and the University of Hasselt, and benefited to get two PhDs, PhD in statistics from University of Hasselt and a PhD in data science biostatistics from University of Rwanda. My research focused on developing statistical methods that can capture the data that we have in our health system. And I applied those methods to two areas of program that was on malaria and the COVID. Malaria as infectious disease, we had to come up with some specific models that are spatial-temporal models that enable the malaria program to understand the area-specific program. The problem of malaria distribution is not homogeneous across the country. There is heterogeneity according to area-specific, and therefore the solution should be also relatively to the problem on that specific area. So the model that we developed were used to identify the high-risk area so that we can come up with appropriate solution. Another element on that malaria work that we did, most of the time the indicators and the target are set at national level, are not straightforward to be evaluated at a small scale. And there was no method that can help us to evaluate the target and at the small scale using the target that was set at national level. So we came up with a novel statistical method. These are also benefiting on that method. For instance, one of the paper that we worked on is being used in a number of universities in Belgium for teaching spatial-temporal models using the paper that we published. And we have got recognition from those universities requesting us to use those approaches. The second outcome was on COVID. I was lucky that I was involved on frontline here in Rwanda on reading data science and the IT solution for COVID here in Rwanda. For those who remember, whatever data we were saying in COVID, whatever the method that we were publishing and measures were basing on the data that were behind some of the outcome from our method in this PhD. So we managed to come up with models that were helping countries to predict, for instance, the number of cases that we're expecting in next 10 weeks, identifying the areas at risk, and those information were being used to take decisions here in country. And as a matter of fact, Rwanda is among the few countries that's managed well COVID globally, not only in Africa. Second, the same models that we developed for the COVID were also published in very reputable journals. And even currently, the method that we developed, we are scaling up to other diseases, not only limited to COVID and malaria, but also we are putting to other diseases. So this research was really important, not only for myself, but also to the community of scientists, especially in the area, to thank University of Rwanda, Government of Rwanda, professors, advisors who contributed on this journey. It was not an easy journey. The student that we are seeing here, 38 students, they've spent almost 4 to 5 years, working hard, day and night, to be here today. A lot of disappointment, but a lot of excitement today. Today we are excited. We even forget the last 4 years' pain that we passed through to be where we are now. And we have a hope that the innovation, and we recognize the knowledge that we have got through universities and professors helping us to contribute on this aspect. So on behalf of my colleague PhD students, we recognize your effort and we thank you for your contribution. And we promise you that this is not the end. Instead, this is the beginning. We are going to continue doing research that contributes to our population. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Muhammad, and thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you. I want to take this opportunity to invite one of the supervisors, Professor Ulisa, to speak on behalf of other professors and share some thoughts with PhD graduates. The floor is yours.
Dear guests of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I want to thank University of Rwanda for trusting me again to give me this opportunity to talk to you on behalf of the faculty of University of Rwanda. Dear graduates, since I am a teacher, allow me to repeat what you already know, because that's what we do as teachers. Being a PhD, it means that you are becoming an independent thinker. It means that you are on your own. It means that, philosophically speaking, that you become able to solve problems independently. That is what it means to be a PhD, as simple as that. When you equate that to our society, it is compared to being an adult. It means that you're not depending on anyone in terms of thinking, and you're going to be on your own, you're going to be intellectual, is when I was in your position. I am glad to be here now to talk to you about a few things. On behalf of the faculty, we are aware that this journey has not been simple and is never intended to be simple. All of them